It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We had a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
And it's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The air strong on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back.
Still second down.
Here's Watson now on second down. That is brought in. And he will score. Elijah Moore. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I could play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
That's caught. Ray McLeod. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. London brought in motion. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense.
And this one is blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball and he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic 1st down, but he does it. Not only does he get through, almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
The Browns offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had that lightning bolt to open the game. The long touchdown. They'll try to build on the lead now. This drive begins 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now give to Chubb, running right. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. Give him 14 on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Chubb takes his handoff, running left. And the Browns are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal. Again, it'll be Ford. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. He'll try and run it. It's Ford. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. So on third and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on fourth down. Taking care of it on the third down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. McLeod now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. He'll get this to McLeod. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. From the gun, it's Penix. First down throw there is incomplete.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed, and the ball's thrown so far behind him.
Pitts is the man in motion. Penix on third down. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will power his way into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off play action, here's Watson. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Ford. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Fake the handoff. Now Watson. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. From the gun, here is Penix. To the left side in the hands of London.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Atlanta.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. He'll get this to about midfield. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Crochet to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run a toss to Chubb. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Moore going in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Now Chubb loses the football.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw. Here's Penix. To the right. That's Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Slot man in motion left. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. Pitts is the man in motion. On third down, Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. The drive starts with a carry by 4. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Yeah. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
A run straight ahead, that's Ford. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. $21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. A run up the middle with Chubb. And they get it at the 18-yard line. The drive stays alive. First down picked up.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Had ourselves a bit of a one-man wrecking crew out there for a minute, huh, Mike? I mean, dishing out punishment to every defender in his way. I'll tell you, the next guy who comes in one-on-one, he's going to have that run in the back of his mind.
And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns are out to a 21-10 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Avery Williams on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's complete. He's got it to London. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Grant Delpit up to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Play action. It's Penix. He's going to run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor 1st punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Running is Chubb. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's 4. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
They snap it to Watson. That's taken in. He's going to pick up the Browns' first down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
You know, Mike, this is why they teach these guys to never give up on a run. There was multiple times there that he could have taken what he got, go down with the tackle, and lived to play another day. But he kept fighting, broke free, and then look at the play that resulted. Huge gain.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. And he will power his way into the end zone. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Browns. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Williams now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Pitts is the man in motion. They run over center with Robinson. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Now Penix to throw on second down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing is Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Chubb takes his handoff, running left, and he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, a give to 4. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll lean forward, getting this to about the 35. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's a handoff to Chubb. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Hayden Ellis in on that stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And the Falcons will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. That one taken in by London. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Watson going to give it to Chubb. He'll push forward for about a yard. The safety, Justin Simmons, with the stop. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They're going to go. It's Watson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
1st and 10. To throw is Penix. The throw on the run is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll get this to McLeod. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he nearly got the 1st down there. They'll give him 9 yards, but setting up a very manageable 3rd and 1. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Here comes Ford on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking deep here for Tillman.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again, it's Penix. That's complete to McLeod. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. Throwing again, it's Penix. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Penix on third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Here comes Ford on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Watson to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. Now Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, here is Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's taken on this side of midfield. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Watson. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
That's good for the Browns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run straight ahead, that's Ford. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. Once again, it's Chubb. He is in. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Here's Williams on the return. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He's got his man, it's Mooney. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Browns offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And this has been a dreadful offensive performance. Quarterback picked off 4 times so far, And this may be one just to erase from the memory. No need to watch the film of this one. It's a horror show. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings us 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's 4. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Chubb takes his handoff, running left. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Another really nice pickup there, Mike, and we've seen them continue to utilize him in the passing game really from the jump, and these are the kind of numbers you traditionally see out of a #1 receiver, but at least for this game here, he's been their #1 option in this offense.
Again, it's 4. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
That's another First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff to Ford. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll run with 4. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Chubb. And no signal, waiting. They say he did not break the plane. He's down inside the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. And he will score again. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the 2nd half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Williams now to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Falcons offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Atlanta.
Throwing is Penix. That's to Pitts, the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Penix. Now, deep ball for London. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Third and long. Now Penix. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This from 34 yards. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And thus far, Greg, this has been a master class on how to run the football.
And this falls into the category, Mike, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They found early success in this game and never really had the need to go away from it. I think barring some sort of defensive adjustment that they can slow down this rushing attack, I think if I'm this offensive play caller, just continue to do what works, because right now the defense has no answers.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On the handoff, Ford. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Chubb. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings
the middle. Here's Ford. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
For the Browns field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns will extend their third quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Trying the left side, here's Robinson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's Penix. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what...
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the handoff, it's Robinson. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. On 1st down, it's Penix. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will have great field position right around midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Running is Chubb. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. Once again, it's Chubb.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up fourth down and less than a yard.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll try it now with Chubb. And he picks up the first down here. But hold on, will it stand? There's a flag on the field. Joe Bitonio, former All-Pro, guilty on that one. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They snap it to Watson. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And he's going to have a Browns first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. They give it, and it's 4. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will add one more onto their big lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. And he will take this one in. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down with...
And this one is blocked. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is strong. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Chubb takes this handoff, running left. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They bring Judy in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. And that carry is going to be the one to do it. He surpasses Adrian Peterson's single-game mark of 296 yards. Peterson did it in 2007. You have just watched one of the best individual performances in the history of the National Football League. They face 2nd down and 7. Now a handoff to Ford. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. Again, it's Ford.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. McLeod now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Now Penix to throw on second down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. From the gun, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Here's Chubb.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns add on to their lead. So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. McLeod now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
Penix going to throw again. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On third down, Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's just a big-time play by this quarterback on fourth down. You can see he starts first look covered. Then he goes through his progression. There's nowhere to go with the ball. He can't throw it away, can't take a sack. He quickly decides to turn into a runner, use his legs to pick up the first down, and they're still alive.
On second down, here's Penix. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Browns have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the shotgun, give to Ford. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Still first down.
Now Chubb. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. On the handoff, Ford. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. He'll try and run for the first down. It's Ford.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's 4. Oh, and strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. They'll try a run it here, and it's Chubb. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Here's Chubb. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here.
And he's got another one. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Browns. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That one is caught by Mooney.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll go with Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. The Falcons offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here is Penix. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Falcon first down. Again, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and 11. To throw again, it's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throw over the middle, caught by London. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Falcons 32.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll open this drive on the ground with Ford. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first and 10, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. So it's a win for the Browns. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The dog pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.